We have Kolohe Andino and Jordy Smith out there fighting for a place in the semi-finals. And have a look at the heat score averages for these competitors. Jordy 13.21, making a huge leap because he had a round 2 exit at event 1. As we go straight into quarterfinal number 4 with Kolohe Andino up. And this guy has been a sleeper through the round, surfing incredibly well, getting a solid finish there over that very shallow inside section.
Here's a replay. Look at the size of this wave. And look at this section. Wow, and you hear the crowd, very intelligent crowd. They know what the ultimate of surfing is, and the ultimate being the barrel ride. What a nice wave here for Kolohe to start off right at the horn. That is so much confidence. He would just be pumped up. Adrenaline, everything's like, yep, I got one. Now I need one more.
Good read, wasn't it? Not every wave barrels out here at main break. Those big set waves, they can pinch, they can clamp, but Kolohe, he did for that section to stand up. And now Jordy's trying to find a reply. He's going to need a big one. Long drawn out swoop. And now setting up the inside. Big, powerful gaff, get some fin release there. So an amazing turn to finish, but not much else on the outside.
Behind the tube right here, you can reward it. Let's take a look at Jordy's outside section here. Again, a little flat, but he does well to kind of carve back in here, and he's warming up. You know, this is probably his first surf this morning. Don't know that for sure, but maybe he was out there for the early. But look at that turn, just hooking into it. That final maneuver has been scoring so well.
I love the fact that these two have got the rivalry, are just so good, and right now we're going to see Kolohe answer back to his opening ride, bang, right up into the bowl. Beautiful attack, whips it around, comes around the inside corner again, and he's out of my view, boys.
Well, Kolohe bringing this one through to the inside, banking off that oncoming section. Great read there from Andino. Really impressive stuff for the 23-year-old as Jordy Smith looks to reply. Has to get out in front of that foam, does very well to hang on.
So sturdy. Jordy starting to answer back as well, but look at this. That priority is so important. He picks a clean, big wall, really unloads on that first maneuver. Little bouncy and redirects here, but knows, again, final move. I got to make it happen, and he does.
You can see just the difference in his approach from that first ride, 9.17. He already knew on the 9.17 he was on his way to a good number after the barrel. And that one, he was more aggressive, and we're expecting a solid backup. Jordy's wave was pretty decent too, Pete.
It was, you know, and I think a lot of what Jordy did on this one, especially that final move, was that wasn't a very high-quality wave. His surfing is going to give him the score there. Because
quarterfinals against Adriano, who won this event in 2015, so really special moment right now.
And you must look up to Adriano. He's kind of the godfather of this Brazilian storm.
Yeah, definitely. That's right. You know, he's like, you know, the top guy from this generation. So he's the one that leads the team. So we call him captain. So he's the man. You know, like always looking into the semis.
Yeah. How are you feeling about that semi?
Yeah, pretty good. I'm feeling like really I'm stoked, definitely, and I'm ready for it. So waves are good, and I'm surfing good. My board's good. Yeah, can't wait.
Congratulations. Something for your fans in Brazil?
Yeah, thanks. Valeu, galera que tava torcendo aí, tamo junto, passei para semis, bateria foi bem apertada ali com o Mineiro, ele que é cara que comanda, né, essa nossa geração. Então,
Here we go. Andino on his last wave. A couple of waves ridden during that interview, Pete, and there were some pretty solid numbers dropped.
yeah, well, I think that you're going to see Jordy Smith is going to make a major comeback into this heat. And then you see this. Pretty good stuff from Kolohe. But when you have an exchange as that compared to what you're going to see from Jordy, you're going to say that I think the advantage going to Jordy. Good size set wave, but look at this turn here. Straight up in that vertical section. Comes out with a ton of speed right into a beautiful arc. You know, he's able to hold all the way through the inside and get a nice completed finish move. So this is a strong wave for Jordy. And now we've got a heat on our hands. This is going to be right up there.
Definitely. Here it is in slow-mo, that first turn.
But look at the angle of approach. That is all the difference in the world, is when you can get that nose pointed straight up. And again, you talk about putting water off the rail. Jordy is by far one of the best at it. Especially on his forehand, he was able to just throw full fire hose off the rail. It's literally all the way to the sky. It's probably highest.
Spray going up to the heavens, so nice work right there. That I think the score came in under the requirement just because the rest of the wave didn't finish out with turns as big and explosive as the first one. So all of that score pretty much coming into that first huge gouge. It's just beautiful surfing by Jordy, looking like...
So just over 9.5 minutes to go. Let's see if Jordy Smith is agitated after that last number. He's looking left. We haven't seen this too often. Drives up into that first section. A nice vertical approach. It did flatten out a little bit, but let's see if he can get more work done down the line. Setting up a vertical approach once again here. Kept it tight to the pocket, couldn't quite ride out. High quality waves. He surfed them extremely well. He's got another good looking wall here. Let's see what he can do. Trying to get rid of a 6.83. Rolls through to the inside. Draws that carve out.
It's the maneuver. You know, again, he does it right in the critical section. Look at how steep that section is. He does a little underneath. Now that I watch it again, he didn't quite have that straight up vertical of the nose of the board. You know, and I think that that's a point of difference, because it's much more difficult to have that nose pointed straight up and then do the layback snap. But at this point, it came down.
Third, fourth wave. He's kind of going backwards with his numbers, where he should be feeling more confident and be attacking his rides a little more. But here we go, Jordy Smith, another high-risk first turn option. Let's see if this time he can find that high-impact inside section. Transitioning well at the moment. Wow. And gets his board back up there.
2 for 1.
He likes it, letting the judges know he's happy with it this time. Trying to better.
You know, it can take away from the quality of move.
Andino now. Let's see if he can throw some more high-risk moves. He's going to pull into the barrel and finds the exit. A beautiful looking wave. Again, his ability to pick the waves that open up. Well, it's been second to none out there this morning. And he can finish this wave off with a nice big floating re-entry. And that should be another exceptional score. A better barrel ride than he had on his first wave. His clothing for men and women, kids as well, calendars and prints. But here's the replay.
That was beautiful. That was a little further up the point looking into it, so it didn't seem as long and deep, but it sure was still a beautiful barrel. He's able to get the finish as well, knowing how important that can be. You know, and if you're going to look at scores comparison-wise, you know, let's see, now we can see right into it. Look at this wave. I mean, you're right. He did choose just the perfect line and the perfect wave to give him this opportunity, and he was going to need it, because the score for Jordy, see this one now, but look at, you're talking about those high impactful turns. See that layback snap? Again, much more vertical with the board, and that's making this so much more difficult.
Well, Jordy got an 8.53 out of this ride, so he took the lead, but we're waiting on the scores to come through for Andino now, Pete, and well, we're expecting something pretty special.
Yeah, and here's that water angle, but see the board going more vertical into it, into that maneuver? So strong, too. But look at that, just right up that you said it, you know, somebody that can rival John in those single maneuvers. He definitely is Jordy, but wow, the wave selection has just been impeccable. I mean, it's exactly how he had to ride that wave. You know, sometimes you'll see guys that'll do the arm drag and try and stall it, but that, you don't get to hold your speed that way. You know, you have to be able to pump through it, whereas that was he was able to kind of squirt up into the barrel, and it gave him the perfect line.
An amazing effort, the highest heat score total of the day so far, 18.77 for Kolohe Andino, and he is now going to take on Felipe Toledo in the semi-finals. And he's going to ride one in switch. Nice little cut back here for Andino.
Hey, well, the best guys, you know, the guys that are in the air, generally can switch foot pretty good.
Grab rail.
That's not easy to do. Yeah, there's the future.